Philippines, 1974. Farmers in the jungle spot a man in a tattered World War II uniform. It's Lieutenant Hiroo Onoda, a soldier who never knew the war had ended. For him, World War II has lasted almost 30 years. Hiroo Onoda was born in 1922 in Japan, raised in discipline, loyalty, and devotion to the emperor. As a young cadet, he trained to serve with honor. His eyes burned with faith, his heart steady with duty. In 1944, he took an oath to fight for his country, to never surrender. Under the golden light of the imperial flag, he swore to serve until death. December 1944. The Pacific War nears its end. Japan is losing ground. Onoda receives a secret order. Go to Lubang Island in the Philippines. Destroy the airfield. Do not surrender. Do not die by your own hand. Stay and fight. Until further orders, he boards a ship with a handful of soldiers, unaware that fate will trap him in history. When Japan surrendered in August 1945, the world celebrated peace. But Onoda never heard the emperor's broadcast. Deep in the jungle, his radio caught only fragments, static, silence, and disbelief. Later, leaflets rained from the sky. The war's over, come home. He read them, studied them, and decided they were enemy lies. It's a trap, he told his men. We continued the mission. For years, they survived in the wilderness. They hunted, gathered, mended uniforms and rifles by firelight. They drank rainwater from leaves, moved only at night, and attacked local farms for food. Believing the war still raged, the jungle became their fortress, the rain their companion, the mission their faith. Time passed. One soldier died in an ambush. Another vanished. Only Onoda and his comrade Kazuka remained. Together, they fought invisible enemies, listened to distant gunfire that no longer existed. Then, in 1972, police opened fire during a confrontation. Kazuka was killed. Onoda, stunned and alone, faded deeper into the jungle, the last soldier of an army that no longer existed. In 1974, a young Japanese traveler named Norio Suzuki set out on a strange quest to find Lieutenant Onoda, a panda, and the abominable snowman, in that order. Against all odds, he found him. In the mist of Lubang's jungle, the two men stood face to face. Suzuki smiled and said, "The war is over." "Come home," Onoda shook his head. He would only obey one man, his commanding officer. Japan sent his former commander, Major Taniguchi, now an old man, to find him. He walked through the jungle one last time, and when he found Onoda, he said, "Lieutenant Onoda, I order you to surrender your arms." Onoda stood straight, saluted, and lowered his rifle. His hands trembled with pride, with pain, with relief. For him, the war was finally over. Onoda returned home to Japan. Crowds cheered, cameras flashed, reporters shouted questions. But he remained calm. Still a soldier inside, he bowed deeply before the imperial palace, the final act of a man who never broke his oath. He moved to Brazil, seeking peace on a small farm. Years later, he returned to Japan to teach young people the values of discipline and endurance. Under the setting sun, he spoke not of war, but of patience, honor, and faith. At night, by lamplight, he wrote his memoir, My War Ended Too Late. Hiroo Onoda lived a life of solitude and conviction. He became the last soldier of World War II who truly never surrendered. As the sun rose over the quiet hills, he stood, a shadow of the past and a symbol of unshakable loyalty.